This is Julien, and welcome to the second preview video of my new digital course, High Vibe Communication, which is going to teach you everything that you need to know when it comes to improving your social skills, meeting new people, and having an amazing social life.
We tend to think that a strong frame is you imposing onto others, but in reality, a strong frame is dominance over yourself. It's knowing who you are, what you want, what you value. People try to impose frames. Oh, you're this, you're this. If you have no sense of who you are, if you haven't done a lot of work, you're going to be sucked into all of that. And guess what the strongest frame is? Authenticity.
Now, this course is not going to be open year-round. It's a very limited offer, so if you resonate, be sure to click the link below this video right now. If it still works, you are in luck, and start your social transformation. In this preview video, what we're going to be jumping into is the difference between what is a social scammer and what is a social master. There are two strategies when it comes to improving your social skills. One that is incredibly toxic, which is the social scammer, where one tries to learn different tips and tricks to distract people from who they authentically are.
You might go to someone and say, I know that if I say something along this format, I'll get a good reaction. I know that if I share this story, I'll get a good reaction. So you start button pushing, like push, 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 feed me good reaction. Yes. Scammer.
Instead, learn to be a social master. Okay, this is all about authenticity. Instead of using different tips and tricks to distract people from who you are, what about using and doing different things to make people bring their awareness and highlight who you truly are? Okay, are you distracting or are you highlighting? If you're someone who resonates with authentic communication, authentic expression, authentic connection, then this video is for you.
The way most people approach this in terms of the emotional skills or how confident they feel is they feel at a core like they're down here and they want to be up here, right? Now, the most toxic form is people try to bring others down to their level, right? If I just make them doubt themselves, question their self-esteem, then they'll be at the bottom like me, and that's terrible. But what having and doing really does is you still assume that you're not confident, you still assume you're not good enough, and you rely on having or doing to get you up here. But here's the catch. It doesn't matter how much you have or do, you're never going to change the original assumption that you're down here to begin with. If you feel like that when you go out and socialize, when you want to meet someone, if you feel like it's this build up to, right? It's me down here and I got to build myself up. I got to build momentum. I got to take action. I got to use these awesome lines and stuff to compensate, to come off as something better than I am. You will forever feel like you're down here. Key saying from yours truly, it's only someone who isn't confident who works on being confident. And once more, you keep giving your power away to what you're doing, what you're having, never you. The approach here is, why do I need these things to be up here? Why am I not just up there to begin with? Work on this directly. And this will actually not come from this act of trying to build up to or become. It will come down to letting go, where you identify what's telling you you're down here, and we're going to be talking about this. You let go of all the lies, all the conditioning, and you start with the being. And understanding this, what you realize is that when it comes to the emotional skills, those 80%, it comes down to letting go. Letting go is the foundation of socializing. That's how you get there. If you focus on the having or the doing, trying to get there, using that as crutches, all that you will become is a social scammer. It's harsh to hear, but it's true. You're trying to portray yourself, you're trying to be something, someone that you're not. Oh, I don't feel good enough. How can I be more confident? How can I look more confident? If I rely on momentum, maybe they'll see me differently. That's scamming. Why are you not like that to begin with? Okay, and you can also audit this here where there are two, you could say, games that are being played. A lot of people operate from the outward, inward game. It's all about what out there. That's what dictates how I feel in here. That's why, hey, if I gather positive references, yay, I feel good. That's one game. The other game is inside out. Work on the inner, you work on the being, that bleeds into the doing, which bleeds into the having. Okay, the social scammer tries to have and do in order to work on the being. The social master works on the being and lets that affect the having and doing and color everything that comes from that. Here are some tells if you're a social scammer. Number one, it comes down to faking the being and putting on a certain front. If there is a fear of people seeing through you, you're scamming. Okay, and this will, the way you'll experience it will come down to you putting out, like it's a lot of effort, right? You can audit. When you're talking to someone and say the interaction ends, do you leave feeling energized and relaxed and feeling good? Or is it, oh, now it can finally be me. Oh, that was a lot of effort. Oh, I think I did it right. I think I put on the right front. Oh, I think it was good. Then you're scamming. Okay? And it will come down to, again, you have this front. You usually rely on people to validate the front. You're like, do you like me? Do you like it? Do you like it? Relying on validation while at the same time fearing that they'll see through it. The way this will also manifest in interactions is people will have a lot shorter interactions. You might have this where you're talking to someone and say it's going well, and for some reason you just leave. And there's that fear where, hey, if I stay in a little bit longer, they're either going to see through this, or they're going to see that I'm not as cool as they might think I am after these 5 minutes. I can't maintain this coolness. That's scamming. Overcompensating. All right? If you also feel your confidence shift depending on what situations you find yourself in, depending on how you look, that there is a tell you're in that having, doing, social scammer paradigm. Okay, and we'll talk about this, but the social scammer, your level of confidence is always fluctuating because it's situational. Right? It's, I'm confident because I have this. I'm confident because I'm doing this. Core confidence is, I'm confident, why just cuss? And that's also why this approach here doesn't work. Because you'll never have that core confidence. It always depends on something. Right? Now, does this mean, never, for example, play on things like having social alliances, right? Like if you go out with a lot of friends, you're going to feel much more confident. No, you can use that as a small percent every now and then, right? Like no one, just to be clear and realistic, has 100% core confidence all the time. That's a myth. No one. But everyone can achieve a point where that is your default. That's the majority. And then every now and then you can sprinkle in a little bit of situational confidence, because why not? But that's not the foundation. For most people, it's the opposite. For most people, they rely on the situational confidence. They try to spike their state. That's what momentum is too. Well, if I get enough good reactions, I feel good. Oh, if I do this thing, if I say this thing, I feel good. If I look this way, I feel good. If my friends are here, I feel good. Versus, are you spiking it or is that the default? Okay. Button pushing. That's also a symptom of the social scammer. Where you know that if you depend on, say, good reactions, you might go to someone and say, I know that if I say something along this format, I'll get a good reaction. I know that if I share this story, I'll get a good reaction. So you start button pushing. Like push, 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 feed me good reaction. Yes. Scammer. It's unnatural. It comes off as very forced, right? You'll see, by the way, social scammers who are on the more like kind of shy side, but also even if they do come off as confident, it's very overcompensating, right? It's like, ooh, something's a little bit off, right? Like they might come up and be like just over the top, hey, how's it going? Yeah, like trying to be confident, but you're like, something's a little off. Or always trying to, for example, brag or name drop, or it's like just always playing this competitive game. That's the scammer. Okay, and this, by the way, will kill it. Like it will destroy any kind of results when it comes to vibing and connecting with someone, especially when you start connecting with people who are at a higher level. Okay, I've seen this a lot in the business world. An example that comes to mind is I was out with some friends, and this other friend of a friend shows up, and he has a very successful business, actually here in LA. And he showed up, and within that group, the people who are there, he felt a little below. right? He felt, ooh, all these people are pretty successful. I got to impress them. And he didn't realize that everyone was there just joking around, just having a good time. So he came into it, instead of from this collaborative, we're all joking around, to here we go, going to war, let's prove ourselves. And just trying to name drop like how much money he made, how his year was going, his month was going, and this and this. And everyone's like, cool, dude, but let's joke. He's like, no, but did you hear about this? And it was just very weird, killed it. No one wanted to see him again. Okay, that there, social scammer. Micromanaging everything, overthinking, second guessing. It comes off as very reactive. You're stuck in your head. Even when things may go well, you're still in your head because if I let go of the control, everything will be terrible. They'll see the real me. It's very competitive, as we talked about, and the result you get is only temporary. Which, by the way, another thing people in the doing paradigm rely on are social anxiety challenges and the high that they get after completing one, right? You might have experienced this where, say you're like, oh, same with building momentum, right? Oh, I'm kind of scared to talk to people. Say you talk to someone and it goes well, you actually experience a high. You're like, yes! And then people rely on that. That's terrible. Social anxiety challenges are great if you use them coupled with letting go, but if you use them just trying to get high off of them, that is a terrible approach. Okay, so that there's the social scammer. The social master, here's the difference. Very relaxed, right? There's another classic saying, ego equals effort. The more effort there is in your interactions, the more you're trying to scam. The more effortless, the more authentic you are. So it's relaxed, it's fun, you feel comfortable putting yourself out there. State is the default. You don't need to spike it up, just who you are. It's not a build-up. Same with an event like this. I don't come at an event like this like, here we go, going to war, and trying to blast through. It's, yeah, I'm going to be loud, I'm going to put myself out there, but it's more me sinking into myself and just unleashing it. Okay? And you must all realize this too. When it comes to confidence or even charisma, you all already have it. It's not this thing that you need to fake and build. You were born, you could say, is this, as cheesy as it sounds, right? Like this ball of infinite energy, of expansiveness, of light, you name it. And things happen during your upbringing that stifled you. But even today, you all have that one environment where you do feel confident. It could be around close friends, family members, could even be just alone. It could be playing a video game with the headset, right? You'll see people who are extremely shy in real life on the headset, just yapping about, super confident. We all have that one instance. It's probably not the majority of your life, but you have that one instance. So what does that tell you? All those things like being witty, being a natural, you have access to it. But what we do is we tell ourselves we don't. I don't have access to that. And then we try to recreate it. There's a lot of ties to spirituality, by the way, when it comes to social skills. That's the whole spiritual mainstream approach is, instead of being the all, right, the universe, being, you name it, we create this ego and we are like, I'm this separate thing. And then we try to find the infinite through the separate thing. Same with social skills. Instead of being expressive, it's naturally social, confident, you tell yourself you aren't, and then you try to recreate that. That's why it never works. It's not about becoming, it's about realizing. It's about letting go of all the things, all the beliefs, the conditioning, you name it, that's blocking that from coming out in all situations. And you can just imagine, what if you had access to that personality, that state, the real you in that moment where you feel completely comfortable? What if you had access to that all the time? That there gets you 80% of the way. Then, of course, you can perfect it and tweak it. That's the last 20%, but the 80% is that. Reach that point. Okay? You feel natural, non-reactive. You're indifferent to approval and disapproval. That's another good audit. When you receive approval, do you feel enhanced? When you get disapproval, do you feel diminished? You're comfortable in all environments. You're outside your head. You're in a very collaborative state. Instead of me versus, it's we're all on the same team. And the result is permanent. It's not something that you lose. And if you have that fear, like, oh, I had that glimpse, but I lost it, then that's not the result you're after. That was a result of a social scammer, not a social master.
So if being authentic speaks to you and you want to learn exactly how to authentically unleash who you are and express who you are and feel completely at ease and comfortable doing so, not needing to micromanage everything or getting stuck in your head like, is this good enough? What do people think of me? Are they going to see through the front? If you really want to enjoy putting yourself out there and socializing, click the link below and get started with high vibe communication. Once more, this is a limited offer. If this speaks to you, do not wait. Action takers get rewarded. So click the link, get started right now, and learn exactly the how-to practical steps when it comes to improving your social skills, when it comes to meeting new people, when it comes to, once more, authentic communication. That's what this program is about. Click the link, and I'll see you on the inside.